So number 7, we're given the equation of two asymptotes of a hyperbola, and we have to decide which equation of the hyperbola has these asymptotes. So first thing I notice is that this equation is written in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So that means that the first number is m, the slope, and the last number is b, the y-intercept. So let's start with the slope. Slope is rise over run. Rise means that you're changing the y direction. That's a delta for change. So change in the y direction. And then run is change in the x direction. So our change in our y direction is 3. So that means that the denominator under the y squared term of this hyperbola is 3 squared. And then the denominator under the x squared term is 5 squared. And that's coming off of the numerator and the denominator from the slope. So let's eliminate some choices. The denominator for the y squared term has to be 9. So I see that a works. I see that b does not work because that denominator is not 9. C does not work because that denominator is not 9. D could work because that denominator is 9. And then let's check x. The denominator for the x term should be 25. We see that A, yep, that still works. And D, yep, that still works. So we've narrowed our choices down to A or D. So then to determine which of these two choices is going to be the final correct answer, we're going to use B. The y-intercept for this line is 2/3. That's the y-intercept. That means these asymptotes go through the point 0, 2/3. And in fact, that's going to be the center of our hyperbola because both asymptotes go through that point and both asymptotes go through the center of a hyperbola. So we need to look at which equation has a center of 0, 2/3. And we see that A has a center at 2/3, 0, because x is minus 2/3. D, there's nothing being added or subtracted to x, so the center is 0, and then for y, it would be 2/3. So we see that D has the center that we were looking for. So the final correct answer is going to be D. Now let's try number 8. So number 8, exact same process. We're going to start by looking at the slope. And the slope for number 8 is 5/3. So that means that the y denominator is going to be 25, because that's 5 squared. And the x denominator is going to be 9, because that's 3 squared. So the y denominator is 25, so A is out, and D is out. B and C are still in. So now we're going to find the center. We see the y-intercept is 2/3 again. The y-intercept is where x is 0. So which of these two choices that are left over, B or C, which one has a y-intercept at 0, 2/3? If you have a y-intercept at 0, 2/3, that means that nothing is being added to x, and you are subtracting 2/3 from y, because the sign's going to change. And that's going to leave us with C.